All right. Am I streaming? Almost. Is this gonna work? Hi guys. Okay, so today I am trying to work on this outfit for Blythe, and I thought I'd just run my camera while I was doing it. Just go live. It's not a tutorial or anything. I'm just trying to figure this out. And yeah, so I thought I'd just show what I was doing. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. I don't know if you can see it very well. So I have this bodice here. I'm using the Stitch by Stitch with Lily pattern. I'm not loving working with satin, and I am not loving I like the satin and everything. I just don't like working with it on such a small scale because it doesn't want to behave itself. And I've hand sewed this whole thing because I didn't want to deal with satin on my machine. I'm still not like completely versed on my machine with like small things. And also what else am I trying to say? With the Stitch by Stitch with Lily pattern, I don't like the sweetheart neckline the way it came out. I feel like this is what it is. And there's mine. I feel like it's not deep enough on mine, and I'm not blaming her pattern. I did something wrong, or I didn't. I'm not exactly sure. So I would have preferred it to be straight across, but I might disguise this with some flowers. We'll see. I don't have an iron. I mean, I have an iron, but it's not. I finger press everything right now. And the original pattern, she had it meet up in the back, and then she sewed it with, she didn't sew it, she added hook and eyes? No, she added, like, what am I trying to say? Grommets, and then laced it up. So I've enlarged it, but I feel like it's too wide in the back, so now I'm going to try to go over, and I'm trying to, here's my original seam allowance, and I'm actually going to bring it in by like 1/8 of an inch, 2 or 3 millimeters, and then just to make it a little tighter in the back. And to do that, I don't know if you can see this, I'm going to remark it, and then I'm going to glue it in place temporarily with this Dollar Tree glue. I should have singed the edges of the satin, but my fire is downstairs and I did not want to bring it back up. And I'm trying to get away from using fray check on things because after my surgery I developed an allergy to like adhesives. Like, so I can't use bandages and stuff and band-aids that are sticky without getting hives like crazy. So, I mean, I'm not like non-glue, but I am just trying to not use as much glue if I can help it. All right, I don't know if this is going to work. I like to, sometimes I like to glue down seams instead of pinning them before sewing if they're small with this glue sticks. Yeah, it doesn't want to stick with this. It will probably stick here though. God, what is going on with my glue? My glue is not working. Come here, glue. There we go. Come on, glue. Do you know that glue is the word clay in Russian? Do you know why I know this? Hey, Gigi Ma, I am okay. How are you? I'm just working on my fairy dress, kind of at the last minute here. And I'm doing a temporary glue seam, and then I'm going to sew it. Sometimes it's easier on these small pieces to do the, instead of using pins, sometimes it's easier to glue it down with this glue stick. I don't know that I made that totally even, but I don't really think it matters. It's going in the back, and there's going to be wings back there. Nobody's going to really see it. I'm just adjusting from my original. I originally did, I'm making this seam a little smaller because I had too much in the back. And then I'm going to, I have to top stitch this. Yeah, I don't, my iron, I only have a full-size garment iron and a giant ironing board, and they are over in the heck, H-E double hockey, in the hell. That is my messy office, and I have no room to set it up. I should get one of those little travel irons or those little doll irons. But I do like to use the glue. I think I might have made this too big. I do like using the glue just in general, especially on teeny tiny seams. I don't always. It just depends on what I'm actually doing, like, and how small the seam is and where it is. And for some reason I thought it might be easier to do glue here. I mean, I'm not gluing the seam down. I'm going to top stitch this. But I also want to do a fitting on her, and I need to, okay, so let's try it over here too. See, I was pinning it. It works with pins. There's nothing wrong with this, but it's because I'm refolding smaller, and I just thought I want it to stay in place because I made the back of this like a little too big. Also, I should have singed my satin, but I didn't. So I have 2 dolls here to unbox. I'm not going to do that today. I have to get this dress done. And I just thought I'd turn on my computer while I was working, just for the heck of it. I do this a lot on my art channel, or I did when I was more actively working on it. And I don't know that this will interest anybody, but you know, I just thought I'd turn it on. So I'm adding about 1/8 of an inch here. So it looks like I should have, this was the original fold line, and I added this much, and then that, oh shit, I don't even know what I did. Whenever I add stuff to the back, this pattern originally called for it to, clothes with lace in the back, so it was supposed to meet up exactly. And I might be screwing myself with this here. I might be just going back to the original. I don't remember how much I exactly added, but I felt like this was too much. I had added, so there was way too much in the back. So I'm just finger pressing. Your fairy is all done. You finished her wings to do. Oh, you didn't have electricity for 2 days? Why? Did you have a big thunderstorm or something? We had terrible winds here all weekend and a lot of rain, like gusty rain. And yesterday, or was it yesterday? No, it was the day before, the last 2 days. It was awful here down in northern Indiana up by the Michigan border. But not awful enough to knock out power. It was just yucky. Wind constantly. Yeah, I enjoy watching people work on live streams a lot, honestly. I like to have it on in the background while I'm working on my own work. And I like to see their process, especially with art. I used to watch a lot of streamers while they were working on their art, while I was working on mine, friends and stuff. I will test this and then see if, in a minute, if it's too much. Now I might have made this too small. We'll see. I have to take my son somewhere at 3:30, so I'll probably be on for about an hour. I am really behind on this project. I like this glue sticks for this because it's not a permanent glue. It's just helping. It's like, you know, liquid nails, right, or liquid pins. It's not too strong because I plan on sewing it up anyway. You know, I've never burned satin before, like singed the edges of it. I've never really, or ribbons or anything. I'm kind of afraid to do it, yet I used to be a smoker, and I used to smoke a lot, and I wasn't afraid to put fire in my face, so I don't... Newaygo, Michigan. I don't know where that is. I'm about 30 minutes from the border, so I'm in South Bend, like, so my husband actually works in Michigan. Actually, I'm not even 30 minutes. Well, it depends. I mean, I'm technically, it would take about 20 minutes, but my husband is about 30 minutes away on the highway from work, and he works further up in Michigan. So, yeah. So we're like right up there. All right, hold on a minute. I had the hardest time getting sleepy eyes on this doll, and this is the first sleep eyes I've ever put on a doll. I don't really like any of the eye chips I have except for these purple ones for her, but that's okay. So we'll just leave those on her. Oh, it's an hour north of Grand Rapids. Okay. Gotcha. All right, so now I have this. Here's a tip for anybody who watches this later. When you're hand sewing, it's so much easier to use, and you have to manipulate things. It's so much easier to use applique pins than the regular tailor's pins because they're tiny. So anyway, when I'm hand sewing, I tend to use the applique pins, and when I'm machine sewing, I use the tailor pins. See? Little. And here's a regular size pin. I cannot. Anyway, it's like half the size of a regular pin, or almost half the size. Yes, so I'm not fond of this satin. I'm not fond of working with satin. It's pretty. It sure is pretty. but it's difficult. I still have to put the, I was like, why do people put all this, like, it's other than it being pretty, now I know why people put the beads on their pull strings. It's because the pull string this pull string, the one that you add, it needs weight to keep the eyes all the way open. All right, so I'm 2 to 3 hours away. Yeah, like I am. My husband works in Benton Harbor. He used to work in St. Joe on the coast, St. Joseph, Michigan. So, and I'm in South Bend, and we're like, I have friends that actually like live in Michigan. We're right there on the border. So I have to see. And I still have a lot in the back. I don't understand how I'm still going to have a lot in the back. It's still going to have a huge overlap. I don't understand. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll just secure it. But at this point, I just don't care. So I don't like the way the satin, like I should top stitch this because I don't like the way the satin is here. It doesn't get a nice crisp fold at the scale. I think for sure I'm gonna have to top. Well, I was thinking about putting some flowers there. Yeah, I would like to make. I'm already envisioning Barbie wedding dresses and stuff, out of this. I just don't like the way. But if I top stitch it, I was thinking of putting flowers up top that would hide that gapping. I don't know. This is it's just because the satin, I don't know, it just doesn't want to be crisp. But maybe if I melted it, with an iron, it would. But again, I don't have an iron, so all right. So I am going to in ladder or invisible stitch the sides up for now because I don't. Hello, Vanessa. So that is what I'm going to do right now on camera. We're going to hand sew this. I'll just sew up the sides for now because I got to start working on the bottom of the skirt. I bought the one thing I don't like. I like hand sewing. I like to turn on like a video and hand sew, but I spend more time freaking untangling the knots of my thread hand sewing than I do the stitches. And I bought some like thread magic to try to see if that would help, but I don't think that really helped any. I don't really like it. I think I just need to buy some regular beeswax. And the other thing is I lost my needle in this mess. You cheated a little and used a Barbie dress? Ugh, smart, smart, smart. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't call that cheating. I would call that smart. I think I put my needle in here last night. Maybe not. I think I don't know about you guys, but I lose so many needles and so many pins. They're all over the floor in this office. I can't even with it. So I'll just go and get these out. So I don't want to deal with looking for it right now. And this thing doesn't actually work the way it's supposed to, so I have to pop the whole top off to get a needle out. All right. No, I didn't drop one in there. Sometimes I stick needles in here and then they fall through and then I have to pop the holes and get them out. So I need a better setup for I want to make some cute pin cushions and needle holders and things, but that's for another day. So I want to get some trips in where I explore the Michigan coast of the western Michigan coast. Because, you know, where my husband works on the coast, the beaches are so pretty and stuff. I'd like to go check out some coast towns. And did I fold this over? Yeah, I did. All right. So let's see. We'll start here because I'm going to have to. Should I? Wait a minute now. Do I want to sew this up or do I want to put this inside? So see, here's some, I could go look, all right, I don't remember how she did this. Like normally if I had a bodice, I would normally attach the bodice. I would leave it open like this, like with a regular dress. And then I would attach the skirt right sides together on this side. And then flip it over. Or wait a minute, would I do that? My brain is losing it. Yeah, I would. And then we would fold this under and hand stitch it. But it's this funny shape, so I don't know how she did that. Did she sew the bottom too and then like... I think she did the whole thing, but this is fucking weird. Okay. I'm like really frustrated now. Do I want to sew? I think she sewed the whole thing in one piece like a corset. Maybe I should turn this inside out and sew it and leave a hole, and then it's what I think I should do. So I'm going to unpin this. All right, so we're going to turn this inside out. And I am going to sew the whole thing, except I'll leave one of the sides open. Let's do that. All right, so this will make it easier, maybe? I don't know. You guys are watching me experiment as I go. Because I've watched her video a couple times, but I didn't watch it recently. So these pins are leaving holes in my satin here. And you can see the pencil through it. Whatever, doesn't matter, it's going to be in the back. I'm off camera. Okay. So, yes, let's try it this way. I will just sew it up like this. And then I will trim the, all right, so let's sew it from here. Curses. All right. I am not looking forward to this. I'm just using a single thread. I don't know if I can, usually this is going to be difficult. Usually I'm blind, I'm like very nearsighted, like extremely nearsighted, so usually I just take off my glasses and hold it up to my face. But I'll have to do this from far away. All right, so we'll leave the hole here. Turn it inside out, and I always like to do like a half back stitch or whatever. because I don't trust a running stitch. And that's another reason my thread always tangles like crazy, is because I do the half back stitch. When you use like a running stitch, it seems to, this is difficult. This far away from my eyes. I have my bifocals on, but you know, I'm still learning, and I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I need to lift this up a little bit so that I can see a little bit more. Anyway, so yeah, I usually sew with this right up in front of my face. And I like to make small stitches, but I don't know how small my stitches are going to be this far away. When are we supposed to upload our videos anyway? Looks like everything's lined up pretty good here. Is it the 3rd at 11 like Eastern, 10 Central? As my seams are together, it doesn't really matter. Can you see what I'm doing? It's kind of far away. That's too close, right? It's too blurry. If I put it up close so you can see, then I can't see. All right, so where did I come out on? I came out on this side, okay. I could do this on my sewing machine, and it would be a lot faster, but I just don't feel like fighting with small seams. And my sewing machine is good because it's a new one. It's better than my old one, which was from like as old as I am, from the 70s. But I'm still not like proficient with it, if that makes sense. Like I don't know, I don't like the foot I have on it and the general sewing foot, and I definitely didn't want to deal with like trying to sew slippery satin on it. So I'm hand sewing all of this, which is taking forever. And then I will pink the edges, so hopefully it won't ravel so much. Unravel. Friday morning, getting a magnifying glass like they use for jewelry. I don't need one when I am not doing it on camera. I can put it right up to my eyes, and my eyes are like my eyes without glasses up close are like, you know, a natural magnifying glass because I'm so nearsighted. So I still don't need, I can still see up without, I can still see when I'm sewing for myself. I just need to put that up closer to my face. I can see this. I prefer, I'm more comfortable with it up close. You know, I have a light that I bought when I was doing jewelry, and you would put it like in between you and what you were working on, and it had a magnifying glass. And so it's a big lamp. So you could just use it as a lamp, or it had a swivel arm, and it's really big, and I would like to get that out again. But yeah, it's over there in the pile of crap that is my office. Maybe someday I will use that again. That would help. But again, I would have it basically in front of my face like I have the camera right now. This isn't wanting to line up perfectly because I'm sewing without pins. Let's get that point lined up. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to cut it off, but usually I flip, a lot of times I'll flip these seams out, but because I pinked them already, some of them were kind of small, so I was just trying to fold them to the back. Maybe I could put this one flat. I don't know. I honestly think it works better with it folded over in a way. So we'll just keep going like I'm going. So you can see how badly the satin is fraying right now because I did not bother to singe the edges. And I didn't use fray check because I'm lazy. No, I didn't use fray check because I'm trying to get away from so many adhesives all the time. Like strong adhesives, fumey ones. But yeah, this would be over already if I was doing a running stitch, like stitch by stitch with Lily does. But like I said, I don't trust that so much. I like to do these half back stitches everywhere. I am afraid that this is going to end up being even more poofy since I'm sewing it like this, but we'll see. I'll just sew on some flowers or glue on some flowers if it's looking bad. I'll just cover the damn thing up. I have enough flowers that I bought from the Dollar Tree, more than I need. So, all right. Sometimes when I do a point like this, I like to actually make a little knot. Like if I'm switching directions or something, sometimes I actually like to make a little knot there. I don't know. I don't think I needed to, but I'm just sort of helps make the point more distinct, I guess. If I was using sewing on my machine, because this is such a small hem, I would have to do this on some tearaway stabilizer or use some tissue paper underneath it. Otherwise it would probably get caught up underneath the feed dogs. I didn't want to deal with it. Look at that fraying. Ugh. I should have, yeah, I might need to, I need to buy a little lighter. I have a big lighter, but I should buy a small lighter if I'm going to work with more of this kind of plastic fabric. I just don't like having flammable things up in my office because once it gets summertime up here or spring, like really spring, my daffodils think it's spring. They're coming up a lot already. They're crazy. It's cold still. Well, it's not so cold now. It's getting up. Gonna be in the 50s tomorrow. But then it's supposed to go back down into the 30s, I think. Anyway, it gets really hot up in my office, and I just don't want flammable, ignitable things up here when it's really hot. I never named my fairy. I don't know that I will. I think I'm going to call her Petal. That's a kind of a stupid name, but it's kind of the name. I think I went too far. Ah, looks like the seam allowance has, I use, since I don't have an iron right now, I use disappearing ink marker. Looks like it's already disappeared on this edge here. Or I didn't draw it or something. I don't know what I did. This, the fraying on the on the satin is stressing me out. Look at it. It's gross. It's upsetting. So I have 2 new dolls to unbox. I'm gonna wait until I get this thing done. It's 2 new Barbie looks. I ordered 3 of the Barbie looks of the new wave. 1 is a pre-order. The other 2 are now here. So I want to get, I don't think I was, I was originally going to get all of so I don't try to get every release of every line of every doll that I like. And I was originally though going to collect every single Barbie Looks doll. But after seeing this new line, I'm just sort of meh. Like they're all cute, and I don't know. I'm just feeling like maybe I don't need to now. Or maybe I'll change my mind and I'll get them later. But I wanted the Asian male. I got him. I'm not on this camera. And I didn't, yeah, the male, yeah, there's one male that I want, but he's sold out. So I might just get 3. So tell me about your giveaways, Gigi Ma. Like, why do you do them? And oh, I shouldn't. Oh, that's already pinked. Okay. How do you run them? And like, do you offer them to international people, or is it just in the 48? Do you just give them away, or do you require some kind of, you must like and comment and like my Instagram and like me over here and yada yada yada, or do you just give it away with comments, or how do you run your giveaways? Okay, I need to sew the side up. Ugh, put so many pins in this, it's like getting all screwed up over here. I guess I could go that close. Can I go this close? Wait a minute, when I turn this inside out, it's already hemmed. Maybe I should end it here and ladder stitch or blind stitch both sides. I think that's what I should do. All right, so I'm going to actually not close this side up. All right, let me see. The brain, she's trying to chug along. All right, so it's sewed up at the bottom. I'm going to pink it. I tried to find smaller pinking shears, but this is, they just, all right, this I need to actually look at close for. Okay, hold on a second. Because I do not want to cut the stitches, the hem. Oh, that would suck. I've started using pinking shears as a finishing technique. And also it helps with the curves, you know? All right. It did not really work so good right there, did it? Okay. I'm afraid. All right. Now I'm going to turn it inside out and hope for the best. Used a lot of hot glue. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm still not sure how I'm going to do the wings. Come on out. It's 12:43. Yeah, I knew it was going to pillow even more. I shouldn't have done satin. All right. It gets a pillowy effect. It's frustrating to me. Oh, I wish I had. Oh, look, it's coming out. It's fraying right there. Son of a bitch. Oh, working at the scale is annoying sometimes. I like it. I love it, but I also hate it. Do you guys feel that way, or is it just me being a grumble butt? So because I don't have an iron, I usually take something that's like got a smooth rounded side and I press it like this, like a bone folder, you know? have to add some, see I fold it like this. It's fraying there on that edge. It wasn't, thank God it's going to be in the back. I'm going to have to probably put some fray check there, like cut off those things and then try to glue it down. Annoying. This is my fault for skipping a step. If I had just frickin' singed my edges, none of this would be a problem. All right, now I can close this edges up with ladder stitch, and let's just see. I wish I had just a plain, don't I have a plain A-zone body laying around? You will send, oh, okay. You do send, excuse me. You send international, but you need help with shipping. By the way, this is a fashion pack that I got from Walmart that I opened the other day, and I made a video and didn't do it. It's super, I got it because I like this jean skirt a lot. And the jean skirt does fit the curvy as well as, I mean, it's kind of loose and low on a regular made to move body, but it does fit the curvy. It just goes up a little higher and it fits her perfectly. You can see here it's got this, all this extra room in here because on the darts for the curvy. But the top does not fit a curvy. The top, so I thought that was really strange that it had a bottom for a curvy but a top only for a regular, but I thought the top was super cute. This is one of those recycled ocean plastics, and it came with this necklace. Anyway, I just wanted to, she was laying here when I was looking for something, so I just threw her there. What was I looking for? The fuck was I looking for? Oh, I was trying to see if I had a naked A-zone over here that I could use. I do not. I should buy a separate, I should buy one. Those are both regular stock bodies. Okay. Oh no, I'm getting crap in her hair. So it's still going to be really big in the back. I still have a lot of overlap. This is really pissing me off, honestly. I'm like a massive perfectionist, and I'm not like a perfect seamstress, and so I get really frustrated. She said that it would like just close in that you would add in her video. So if I had done it the way she did it, it was supposed to just close. There was no seam allowance. I don't even know how she would do this because it was supposed to lace at the back. So I mean, I guess I could put a big wide Velcro strip back here. If I can find my Velcro. So, all right, it is what it is. I'm going to, sorry girl. I have to be kind of careful with her because her makeup is not sealed. So, her blush will rub off. I consider it like, you know, she's wearing makeup because it's not permanent. But, all right, so let's get these side seams sewed up, and then I can try figuring out how I'm going to do the skirt. I don't want to, I was thinking I was going to just do in the video in Stitch by Stitch with Lily's dress, she actually sews, see, it's fraying really bad down here. I don't even know where my fray check is, honestly. Maybe I'll have to use tacky glue, I think, for that, because I don't know where my fray check is. All right, let me start this. So I have to bring it up close to my face. You have 2 curvy Barbies in your Dolly drama. Welcome to the 4th season. You have a hard time, but I know they don't. I plan on making more curvy, like I want to make curvy outfits and patterns and make those available, but that's on my to-do list because they are really hard to find clothes for. All right, let's just start. Let's start. So I'm going to do an invisible stitch here. So I'm going to hide my knot in down here, bury it in the corner. Come out right at the corner. I'm going to come out right at the corner. Not that you guys can see it, but yeah, they are hard to find. And my favorite Barbie, like one of my top favorite Barbies, is this girl. And so in the new wave, they have her face sculpt again, but she's on a regular body with a different hairstyle and different makeup. So I bought her, even though she was a duplicate. I was kind of bummed that they used like duplicate face molds for the looks. Like in this new wave, they had a couple duplicates with different styling and different. But yeah, they made her another black girl with really gorgeous makeup and a gorgeous hairstyle that's different from this one. But this is like, it's one of my all-time favorite Barbies. I think she's so gorgeous and she's just so 70s badass looking. I love her so much. Yeah, it's gonna have to be Velcro. I was trying to make it small enough that I would be able to put, I was trying to adjust it. She said to make sure you add some extra for overlap, and then I was trying to adjust it so I could do snaps, but looks like Velcro is going to be the name of the game. All right. All right, hold on. I need to look up really close for this so you won't be able to see what I'm doing. I need to start this. All right, so I'm gonna go, I didn't come out right on the fold, alas and alack. It's okay. All right, so I have my thread coming out of this side, and then I want it to go into this side, and I want to put it in the edge, in the fold that I glued. And then I want to go across and put it over on this side. I'm focusing right now. Why is it not doing what I wanted to do? Get in there. Once I get this corner figured out, it'll go easier probably. I'm trying to hide the obnoxious not wanting to fold seam allowance under there. It doesn't want to go in there. This is what I mean. I'm way too much of a perfectionist. I should just sew it up. Nobody's going to see it. It's going to be in the back. Nobody cares. I'm not selling this. It's not for anybody but myself. But so I sit here and I agonize over this crap. Nah. Trying to make it look clean. Still not how I want it, but I'm going to go back over the edge here. Nope, get in there. Get in there. In there. I'm trying to tuck that in there with my needle. Marner's always telling me I shouldn't show what I'm doing wrong. I should just focus on how pretty it is, but yeah. Yeah. Marna is awesome for 100% sure. She is awesome. She's a good dolly friend and she's very encouraging and giving. Normally this isn't so obnoxiously hard. Alright, normally the stitch is fine and easy. But this, like I said, it's the satin does not want to do what it's supposed to do. It's just being difficult. It's difficult. Alright. I'm going to try to do this without it being in my front of my nose. Alright, I do close up the backs of the dress bodices and stuff a lot like this, even if I mean, sometimes I top stitch it, but a lot of the times I just do this with the ladder stitch. Or the invisible stitch. I don't know what if they're exactly the same thing or if there's an actual difference, but I see people call this both and like sort of interchangeably, but I don't know if technically they are interchangeable like that. I keep meaning to look that up. Quick, somebody Google, is the ladder stitch the same as the invisible stitch? I'm having a hard time seeing. It's so far away. I like it in front of my nose. If I was feeling really ambitious, I could try to put some embroidery on here, but I think I might just glue some flowers instead. We'll see. Or not. I'd like to try this bodice again with non-satin fabric. See how it looks. So just with cotton. Yeah, I guess maybe I should invest in a stupid little iron. I have a habit of, I don't know. I just have so much crap on my desk and so much crap everywhere. It's just, I can't even figure out which of my bifocals to look through for this. This is a problem, people. Getting old sucks. I'm still not 100% how I'm going to do the skirt. I'm thinking maybe just sewing the top, sewing it on the ribbon. I don't know. Or sewing the layers together in a running, like a weft, and then wait, which side am I on? Oh, I actually screwed that up. I went under it, made a knot. Okay, there we go. That's why I couldn't figure out what the frick side I was on. I was on both sides because I had accidentally knotted it. It's a good thing I don't have to do very, like, large seams right now. These are small side seams rather than a large ass garment because I'm already over it. Okay. Even though, like I said, I glued this crap, it's still fraying. And I glued it and I trimmed it and yeah. Me no likey. Me no likey. I need some caffeine. You're 58? I'm 50. I'll be 52 this year. It's 3:02. I have to get off in 10 minutes. Yeah, so it's just been in the last, like, couple years. Every year it just started to get worse and worse. Look at that. It just popped right out of the fucking seam. I'm so angry right now. I can't even tell you. When I get back from running my son to his soccer practice, I will, or track practice, actually, he's in track. He's in both soccer and track. So I will glue that down with some, I'll trim it and then just stop, like put tacky glue there because I don't know where my fray check is. And at this point in my life, with the deadline looming, I don't even care. I don't care. It just needs to look neat. This is the kind of stuff that makes me so mad that I tried and did everything I could to make it look perfect, and it's freaking not perfect. I can't stand it. It's so pathological about perfectionism, and then I get so negative if it's not perfect. I'm so hard on myself. It drives me up a dang wall. Why don't you want to go through there? Is there a bit too much glue right there? Oh, I'll go through you anyway. I'll force it through. Another reason I don't really like using fray check when I'm hand sewing is it makes my hands tired because, it adds the resistance. So if I was machine sewing it though, it wouldn't be a problem at all. I keep unthreading my needle. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be struggling so much if I wasn't trying to keep this on camera. I'd just shove it up to my nose and we'd be good to go. They have those like they have like magnifying like glasses too, not just readers, but like stuff where you can put it like kind of like in front of your face, and I don't know, there's all kinds of gadgets that are cool for small work. I guess now that I'm getting older, I'll have to start investing in them. All right. We're at the finish line here. And I can't go up to the corner because it's fraying, so... Oh, so annoying. I might, just to stop like save it from coming undone, I might have to top stitch the edge of this. I don't know. I'm losing my patience. To go through the middle here. Yeah, when I get back, I'm gonna look for my fray check, or I know where my tacky glue is. I might have to do the fray check. We'll see. I'll trim those edges. I'll find my small scissors and I will trim off that fluff and glue the piss out of it, so it hopefully won't get any worse. Looks like there's a little snag here from my fingernails because they're so rough. So there, that was my an hour's worth of work, and that's all I was able to do. It's extremely annoying. If I had done that on the machine, it probably would have been done in 15 minutes, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to put this away for now because I have to get ready to go. And I still am not sure how I'm going to attach these wings in the back. I don't want to necessarily attach them to the dress because it might be, well, Velcro would hold it pretty tight, but then it might, maybe I could glue them to the dress here and then the Velcro, or just put some tacking threads around it in the back. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure. But thanks for sitting with me while I worked on this a little bit. I would like to try this top again and make a gown out of it, but actually singe the edges next time so I don't. Hey, we live, we learn. Every project is a learning experience. You know, I'd like to make her other outfits in this vein, so we'll see. You'll probably see this again, hopefully better as I learn to work with satin. And I'm gonna say bye because I gotta run. But it was really nice seeing you, Gigi Ma and Vanessa, and I appreciate you stopping by. And I'll be back with another video soon, probably Friday, if not before. So, bye guys, bye.